Cassidy Pickering comes up swinging for one of the better offenses, not just in the SEC, but in the country. Cassidy Pickering riding a 14-game hit streak at the top of the Oklahoma Sooner lineup. And it is quickly 0-2 to the starting left fielder.
And right away, Cassidy Pickering communicating into the Oklahoma dugout. What you just saw in that pitch, they're so good at communicating all game long.
It's an Oklahoma offense that is one of the best at getting on base. When they get on base.
And they just make you feel like you have to be perfect, as Pickering fouled that one into her leg and wants to walk it off a little bit. But they're so disciplined, continually at the top of the nation and on base percentage because of their walks and their eye at the plate.
Yeah, Pickering putting together a nice first at bat here for Oklahoma. Sooners, number 2 in the country, 35-3. All 3 losses coming in SEC play. And the 0-2 misses low and wide.
And Caitlin Riley looks amped up, ready to go in this game. You see that little extra bounce in her step after some of these pitches, working from ahead. And then really changing speeds all throughout this great at-bat that Cassidy Pickering has put together.
8th pitch of the at-bat coming.
What
a full count.
To take that pitch, look at her work her way back to this full count. This is why she is just continuing to get on base game after game after game, and why Patty Gasso has her in the leadoff spot.
Lines this deep to left field, back on it, Johnson, and makes a leaping catch into the wall.
Wouldn't expect this game to start out any other way. A veteran at bat by Pickering. She crushed that ball to the left side, got herself back into the count. But Lauren Johnson, Lojo, going back and making a play on a hard line drive that took her up against the wall to be able to secure that first out. A 9-pitch at bat by Pickering.
Now, Lauren Johnson has not been the primary starter this year in left field, but this is her 8th consecutive start. Patrick Murphy staying with the hot hand. Meanwhile, the freshman Nellie McEnroe-Marinas has had the hot hand at the plate this year for Oklahoma. She is one of 14 newcomers, including 9 freshmen. Hard hit to second. Heveland from 2 knees. 2 down.
And she's going to throw a lot of ground ball outs because of the fact that she likes to throw more down in the zone with her drop ball. This drop ball, she wants hitters to chase it down in the dirt. Oklahoma is going to have to show discipline with this pitch and make her bring it more up in the zone. That drop ball she'll throw over 60% of the time. She'll also work in a curveball and a changeup. And that off-speed pitch that she is throwing early in this game today is absolutely working, throwing it already a little bit more to these Oklahoma hitters.
Ella Parker at the plate, 2 down, and the base is clear. You mentioned Caitlin Riley earning the Game 1 start today against Oklahoma. Last 3 SEC appearances for Caitlin Riley, 12 1/3 innings pitched, just 3 earned runs. 9 strikeouts, 5 walks. 2 of those appearances against a very good LSU team, and the 3rd against Georgia. Ahead in the count here, 1-2.
And this is a start that they needed from her, to come out here and attack the zone right away. It's what she's doing. It's not something that oftentimes you see from pitchers who face Oklahoma.
Gets a strikeout to end the first inning at the Rhodes House.
Of absolute brilliance. Really good stuff by the senior.
Audrey Vandegrift bunts it foul. One of the speediest players in the country, leads the nation in stolen bases for an Alabama team that is top 10 in the country in stolen bags. Part of what has made their offense so dangerous this year, not only can they get on base, but they can apply pressure once on it. And Vandegrift, one of a handful of freshman stars this weekend at the Rhodes House. Down to the count, 1-2.
Sam Landry throws with not only good velocity, and the ball feels like a heavy ball. It feels like it gets on you in a hurry, but very good spin. It's that unique blend where you're not just relying on spin and throwing 60-61 and more of a thumber, and she's not just relying on her speed, throwing 69-70. She has such a good blend of both of those, which just makes her so tough to go up against.
Landry with 103 strikeouts in 89 innings pitched. And part of her success this year has been the use of the staff by head coach Patty Gasso. More arms around her has allowed her not to pitch as much. And because of that, coaching staff feels like she's been fresh coming into every single SEC series so far this year.
And even getting the freshman and Audrey Lowry back, the lefty for them, adding even more depth to that staff, along with another lefty in Kirsten Deal.
Great first AB here from Vandegrift. We saw it in the top half of the inning by Cassidy Pickering. 8th pitch of the at-bat coming from Landry. And it is a strikeout of Vandegrift.
It's an off-speed pitch that she got the call on, and that's a changeup that she will throw in any count, but she will split the zone vertically with her drop and her rise. She wants you to chase that pitch, and she will mix speeds in any count of the AB. Very confident in her changeup. That's why she threw it there for a full count pitch to the first hitter that she saw in Vandegrift to get the K. Nasty drop ball. It just falls off the table. It's a pitch that she is using more this year, and that changeup she will lean on heavily.
Really got to emphasize nasty when you're talking about Sam Landry.
I mean, that pitch is moving, and it is used considerably more than the percentage that she used it at Louisiana.
2-0 to Callie Hevelin. Strike one.
Another pitch, too. Talked about her drop and her rise and her changeup, but to get back into the count against Hevelin on that 2-0, she threw a hard screwball in. It's a pitch that she's felt more comfortable with throwing consistently, working with Jen Rocha, the pitching coach at Oklahoma. Definitely made some tweaks and changes with her tools in her senior year at OU.
Hevelin crushes this to center field. It could go, and it's off the base of the wall. Hevelin into second base with a double.
Callie Heavlin is having a monster year offensively as a senior. Huge improvements in her batting average, more home runs, and look at how she gets on plane with that rise ball. 68, 69, up and in on your hands. That's not an easy pitch to barrel up, but she gets to it for extra bases and hits a sweet spot of the barrel to show the rest of her team we can get to this pitcher.
Having the best season of her career, batting average up over 100 points. And now Brooke Elstead at the plate. You talked last inning, Amanda, about how important it was to get a great start from Caitlin Riley in the circle. Went 1, 2, 3. And now it's time for the offense to do its part. Patrick Murphy told us we've been in so many of these games. 7 losses in the SEC. 4 of those by 1 run, and they feel like they've trailed often early in SEC play. The emphasis this weekend is playing from ahead against one of the best teams in the country.
Yeah, and throwing that first punch. And honestly, there's nothing to necessarily show for it other than a 0 on the scoreboard in the top of the first, but I do feel like Caitlin Riley herself threw the first punch in the top of the first with how she came out pitching. Sets the tone for the team.
1-2 to Elstead. Well, Elstead leads the team with 36 runs batted in. Began her career at the University of Louisiana.
And you have to think about how this is a challenge for this OU team to come in and play in Tuscaloosa. They just had a midweek game in Oklahoma City in front of 9,000 fans against Oklahoma State, a Bedlam game. And then to go right from that midweek game and play here in Tuscaloosa, which is known for having some of the highest attendance records year after year in the country.
Well, that was a midweek game in OKC that saw over 9,000 in attendance. Patty Gasso, who knows a thing or two about playing in the Women's College World Series, said it felt that way. And they anticipate a similar environment at the Rhodes House this weekend. Go-ahead run in scoring position for Bama, 1 down, and a full count to Brooke Elstead.
And it was in that midweek game, too, that Oklahoma State scored first. They were on OU early in that game, and when you watched it, it was like the tale of 2 different halves. OU got down, didn't look sharp the first couple of innings, and then just the game turned on a dime, and OU completely took control. And then OSU was a team that didn't look put together middle to end of the game.
Oh, that got a piece of Abby Dukeshire, and now the bases are loaded for Alabama here in the bottom of the first. And guess who's coming to the plate? The starting pitcher, Caitlin Riley.
Trying to go to that screwball, and it just gets the bottom of Dukeshire's leg. You can tell Sam Landry a little bit rattled here. And the crowd starts to feel it. They pick up on it too, and it makes them want to be even louder. And talked about Coach Murphy, the importance of throwing the first punch. A huge opportunity here early in this game.
Sam Landry told you leading into the series this weekend that she'd never played in the Rhodes House before. Has played in big games, of course, at the University of Louisiana. Multiple NCAA tournament appearances. This has that feeling. And a high leverage moment early. Caitlin Riley is not in the circle, but how she swings the bat. Takes strike 1.
I mean, you saw how amped up she was and ready to pitch in that first inning. She's trying to calm herself down a little bit in the box for this moment.
Right back to Landry, will flip it home and scooped at the plate. On a nice play was Isabella Emmerling to get the lead runner.
Kind of an awkward play too by Sam Landry, but made an error on Wednesday night, but she's usually a very good fielding pitcher. Look at her. There's a lot of spin off the bat on that. You could tell it almost spun out of her glove, but she stuck with it, got the out, and almost turned 2.
2 down for Marley Giles.
Seeing Sam Landry really rely on that changeup. She told me it is my favorite pitch. I have so much trust in it. Ever since Coach Rocha came out, she's thrown that pitch a few times and heavily relied on it this inning when she's needed a strike.
0-2, 2 down, bases loaded. Landry battles back for a strikeout. And Bama strands to win it all.
She's always been really good at coaching and teaching that response factor, whether it's in-game, in inning, or season to season. Having a response and learning those lessons taken into the next year.
Never before have they played in the regular season at the Rhodes House. This is just the second all-time meeting in Tuscaloosa between these two teams as Garcia bounces it right back to the circle. Riley has one down.
Oklahoma has hit the ball well, hard off of Riley, I should say. Already just 4 hitters, and Ella Parker had that strikeout, but the other balls that have been put in play have had some velocity to it. And as a defender for Alabama, you have to be prepared that the ball comes off of their bat a little bit harder. They don't miss hit a lot. You have to be able to make plays.
Sydney Sanders down in the count 0-1. Caitlin Riley has thrown a first pitch strike to all 5 batters she has faced so far this afternoon.
One thing that you're noticing too with this umpire strike zone is that you're getting the call more up in the zone a bit. With Riley, though, she is more of a down ball pitcher, but that off-speed pitch, she can locate it at different levels. Sam Landry has gotten a pitch called more up in the zone with her changeup, and so is Caitlin Riley. So just feeling out this strike zone early for what will be called more up in the zone.
Riley has a strikeout, her second of the game. 2 down in the second.
This is that drop ball, brings it up just enough from earlier in the at-bat to get Sanders to bite at it. Great in at-bat adjustment for the location of that pitch by Riley to get the K.
Well, now Sydney Barker with 2 down and the bases clear. A freshman from Rockland, California, has hit .310 in 42 at-bats this year.
Just so much youth and different faces in this Oklahoma lineup. Sydney Barker, another freshman. We talked about McEnroe, Marinas, and Garcia. Only a few returners from last year's starting lineup that start in this year's starting lineup for OU.
Well, and for Barker, she came in as a true shortstop. They put her in at first base, just trying to work her in. Today, she's starting in right field. Tons of talent in this freshman class. And she has embraced the role of just get me on the field, wherever it is, so that I can be in the lineup.
It does seem like they want to get her in the field. I feel like she's gotten a lot of different chances in different positions. And you can just tell when Patty Gasso starts to try to find a spot for you all throughout the season, not just in the month of February, but when you get to the month of April, when these games are even bigger, she believes in you.
2-2 from Riley. And a full count now to Barker. Mention all the newcomers. 6 positional starters replaced. That's why they are so young this year. High fly ball to shallow left. Coming in a long way, Lauren Johnson. And Caitlin Riley has retired the first 6 she has faced in Tuscaloosa. No score.